Hello once again. This is the video where we're going to finish off all the supports that we have. We've got a handful for Byleth, not too many, but a handful. We got not really a lot for Claude. A few for Lawrence, probably. One for Lawrence, I guess. And yeah, just a lot of people. It's most likely a lot of people with like one, maybe two supports. So it's still probably not going to be a super long video, but we still need to finish some things off. At least see if we can get to the final supports for a handful of people. At least what we can get. So let's see how it goes. Oh, oops. Shamir. Let's see what.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
It's because I'm, not toot my own horn, fairly strong.
I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
That's the mark of a good leader. If you can get to the point where you can almost... If you can get comfortable enough with someone to where you can trust that the decisions that they make are going to at least help change how things go, that's how you know that you have a lot of faith in someone.
Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
Almost like I know that I can rely on you.
Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire.
Yeah, you're
Funny
a little late on
to
that.
think you used to just teach at the Officers Academy.
It is kind of funny,
World
isn't
students
it?
still call you Professor.
Yep.
That's no title for the commander of an army.
I mean, there really isn't any harm in it, though. If you ask me, I do kind of wish that they, actually, instead of letting you name your character, just went with Byleth. But I don't know, because before when they let you do that, you were actually able to customize your avatar with, like, say, Robin and Corrin. But in this one, Byleth always looks the same, minus the hair and the eyes, I guess. So, I don't know.
Relax. I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago.
That
But
wasn't that long
being a
ago.
mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
Good, because that would be a little bit of a problem if you did. Is it the only one? Oh, no, not even close. Why did I go for the bottom, then? That's weird.
I'm so sorry, Professor. I somehow overslept and missed our training session. I didn't mean to cause you and the others so much trouble. Imagine if that had happened when I was needed in battle. It really is inexcusable.
It happens to the best of us. It really does.
It's just, when I'm studying tactics, I lose track of time and... Oh, who am I kidding? I've always been like this.
And that's
Before
what's so
I came
fun
to the
about you.
Officers Academy, I was a student at the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad. Even back then, I was pulling all-nighters well before the exams. And I never even noticed I was harming myself. I'm just too focused on my goal. I know I've already told you this,
You have
but
a lot
I
of
really love
people
to
like
learn new
that.
things.
Honestly,
it's a
I do
passion
as
of
well.
sorts. I first realized I had the learning bug when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My father was so happy to see me using magic. Seeing him happy made me happy too. And that made me want to work even harder. If only things could have stayed like that.
We all wish that we could have... Hang on. Wait, let me... let me say that again. We all wish that we could stay in the perfect situation.
When I was about 13, my father left home. He was a devout man, so I figured he'd gone to the monastery. That's why I went to the School of Sorcery, so that I could eventually get accepted at the Officers' Academy. I studied harder than ever, and sure enough, I finally earned a referral. Unfortunately, my passion for learning became more of an obsession. I got so focused, I kind of forgot how to relax. Feels like I've been running in circles ever since.
You and Cyril sound like you'd get along.
No way! I still have such a long way to go. Still, I guess I'm doing something wrong if I'm working so hard I can't even work hard anymore. Okay, it's decided. From now on, I'll try my best not to try my best.
I don't even have any words for that. That's just gold.
I'm sorry. All I meant is that I'll slow down a bit. From now on, if you see me going overboard, just let me know. I'm a new woman after all.
It's strange to think I won't be receiving any more letters like this.
Oh, hello, Ingrid.
Professor? Oh, I didn't see you standing there. My apologies. Oh, that paper. Well, Yes, it was. It was a letter from my father.
For exactly what I imagine it is.
I understand where you're coming from here, but I have no need of such things. It isn't like anything of importance was written on it. Curious? I suppose there's no harm in allowing you to read.
What? What? Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, okay. Give me one moment, please. Alright, sorry about that. I guess something's getting all wonky with my controller. I've been needing to get a new one anyways, but I guess I'm gonna really need to do it soon. Or maybe I'll have to switch to my Joy-Cons, I don't know. I'm so used to using a Pro controller, it's just weird. But here we go. This should be the conversation. I had to make sure that I all got it in the right spot. So, here we go. Probably from the beginning.
It's strange to think I won't be receiving any more letters like this.
Oh, gotta do this.
Professor? Oh, I didn't see you standing there. My apologies. Oh,
You've
that
seen it?
paper.
No,
Well,
my glasses!
Yes, it was a letter from my father. I understand where you're coming from here, but I have no need of such things. It isn't like anything of importance was written on it. Curious? I suppose there's no harm in allowing you to read it. Go on then.
My dearest daughter, Ingrid.
Daddy
Are you
dearest.
well? I trust that you are behaving yourself and refraining from causing trouble for others. Things on the home front are in order. A marriage proposal for you and the Viscount's son should be prepared soon. Although, I am quite certain there are many superior candidates at Garreg Mach Monastery. As you know, the very survival of our family is dependent upon whom you marry. You are the only one left in the family who can make things right. We are all counting on you. Do not lose sight of what truly matters.
Yeah, that's about my reaction to it as well.
Yes. This was the last letter I received before leaving the academy. I've told you that we've never been very well off financially. My noble
remember.
family, House Galatea, branched off from House Daphne in the Alliance. Shortly after, We were lucky enough to receive the support of the royal family, allowing us to attain nobility, to some extent. But the territory we watch over is poor, its harvest meager, and our noble blood too has grown thin. Neither my father nor my brothers bear a crest. I, however, do bear a crest. Because of this, my father sees me as our family's one hope for the future. A crest is highly prized among nobles. Were I to marry into a greater noble family, that financial support could soothe our woes.
It is a plan, that's to be certain, but it's still just not good. It's pretty awful if we're being honest. Yeah, no kidding.
Thank you, Professor. Your sentiment alone is a great comfort to me. Despite my own feelings, I understand why he said these things. It isn't that he doesn't care for me. I understand it very, very well, which is why I apologize, Professor. I must be going.
I'm sorry, Ingrid. And I'm sorry for what happened as well. That's very weird. Ingrid is a sad story, if we're being honest. I don't know, her story and Sylvain's story are usually the ones that kind of stay in my memory most vividly, I suppose. Lysithea as well, but I don't know, I love Sylvain's story because it's so prominent early on as well, with the Lance of Ruin and Sylvain's brother, whose name escapes me at the moment. And then Ingrid, just with her family just not being very well off in general.
May I discuss something with you? I promised to help you find the truth of who you are, but I'm afraid it's not that simple. There are some details I have kept concealed.
You and Rhea, apparently.
5 years ago, before she vanished, I asked Rhea some pointed questions. I learned that she knows everything about you. No, that is understating it. Rhea is responsible for your existence.
I would imagine it would be more my mother and father, but, you know. Yeah, Rhea actually already told me.
Must have been quite a shocking conversation. I may have been able to explain to you the fragments of knowledge I was able to pry from Rhea. But I kept silent because I feared that you might not be well served by a partial understanding of events. All I would like to say is that it never should have been hidden from you. If you are still uncertain about your feelings, then permit me to add one more thing.
Oh, yeah?
You, Rhea, and I, we are like family. Because of those deep ties, you can be certain that I will never abandon or betray you.
It's quite the change from how...
I greatly wish to see what your future holds. I am, and will always be, your ally.
It's quite the turn, from how you treated me at the beginning of the game.
You're not wrong. History is full of examples. I don't believe that will be the case here, but I suppose all I can do is ask for your trust. The truth is, you have become indispensable to me. And that is true quite independently of whether I see eye to eye with Rhea, or even whether we are friends. After this war is over, where I go and what I do will depend wholly on you.
What about Rhea?
I am still trying to figure that out myself. Perhaps it is just that I find you so fascinating that I cannot bring myself to leave your side. I dislike a one-sided conversation, but in this case I am afraid I had no choice. Our future is yours to determine.
Let's see, okay. So I can get with Shamir.
Ha!
Ha! Hoya!
Huh. Not bad.
You're quite skilled.
Hi, Shamir.
Shamir? What a rare treat for you to start a conversation for a change.
Is it?
It's not possible you came to ask for my help with something. Could it be you want to become closer friends?
Don't
That's
flatter
possible.
yourself.
Don't flatter yourself, Shamir.
That's cruel. You could have at least hesitated a beat before answering.
Ha!
Last we spoke, you were questioning whether or not you belong here.
You remember that, do you? Well, yes, I do think this is where I belong. For now. I have things that I want to achieve, and I can only do that by staying right where I am. That said, once I've done what I'm here to do, it's hard to say whether I'll stay or leave. I might end up searching for another place to belong.
That is true for most people. Life would be tedious if we knew what lies ahead. Whether or
Not
not you
knowing.
belong in a place can change at any time. As soon as you settle in somewhere new, you begin to question your decision.
That's true. I guess trying things out and searching for our own path is what life is about. And both of our paths have led us here. This is where we belong right now. Even if it's just a temporary coincidence, we should cherish it while it lasts.
What are you going on about now?
I'm just saying we should make the most of this time we have together, since we don't know how long it'll last. Once it's gone,
You're not wrong.
it might never come back. Right?
That's right,
Is this
Claude.
your sad attempt at flirting? I will admit, you're an interesting one.
That's the one thing you can always say about Claude. He is most certainly an interesting one. What is going on? Is it the game bugging out, or is it my controller?
Mercedes, I have to insist that you take up a position behind me on the battlefield. I must protect the common folk, and you have been in danger rather frequently of late.
I appreciate your concern, but I can take care of myself. Everything is about nobility and common folk with you, Lawrence. It's tiresome.
Tiresome? I am only fulfilling my duty.
Is that to say you would have left me lying on the floor in pain, had it not been your duty to assist?
You mean when you were hurt on my account? I still would have assisted you, as any commoner would have. It is simply a matter of perspective. And if I were common-born, I would not have simply let you leave without... Never mind. Forgive me.
Are you starting to learn what she's
Excuse me?
saying?
Are you implying that you would have taken advantage of me if you were lowborn?
What? No! And I am no longer interested in the hypothetical nature of this conversation.
Oh, Lawrence, you'll never change.
What do you mean?
I find myself growing irritated just looking at
Oh
you.
my god! Mercedes, jeez! I need to actually take a screenshot of that. That's amazing.
Is that so? I fail to see exactly how I am so irritating.
You claim that you don't want to be involved with common women, don't you? But I know deep in your heart you love being around us. You're willfully ignorant to that. I hope you know what you're depriving yourself of.
I am certain I've told you before that my marriage must be beneficial to House Gloucester. I've not the time for fruitless courtship.
Fruitless? Ah, how can you say such things? What would happen if you fell in love with a commoner?
Nothing at all. I accept the role that I must play, and any sacrifice that must accompany it.
So, your duty as a noble is more important than your own feelings.
Naturally.
Didn't even hesitate
If
to
that's
say
true,
it.
then your whole existence is rather sad.
I am afraid you misunderstand. This is my choice. There is no cause for pity.
I think I've heard enough. I have to go.
Lawrence is pissed, apparently. That was... I don't know if I've ever seen that conversation before.
Ignatz, I am having a request.
Hello.
Huh? For
I
me?
am having a game.
Yes, only you can be helping me.
Something only I can do? That's a lot of pressure. What's it about?
I want to borrow your lens, your glasses. I have curiosity.
Oh, you want to try my glasses? All right.
I have so much gratitude. I will be trying them now.
This should go well.
So, Petra, what do you think?
Oh, we actually see her. Do we see Petra
The
with
world
glasses?
Blurred. Oh, my head feels dizzy. The danger for being sick is now very high.
What? Petra, take them off. If you lean on me that hard, I'm going to... Ah!
I'm not.
How are you feeling?
I am feeling much better now. You have my thanks.
You're welcome? I guess you shouldn't wear glasses unless you need them.
Yeah.
Yes. I do not have friendliness with glasses. Like Heroes relics, only certain people can be using them.
It's a bit of a
Glasses are
stretch,
like
but
Heroes
sure.
relics. What a funny thing to say.
It is not for a joke. I was saying the truth.
I mean, she has a
Your
point,
glasses
but
are
it's still
only
funny.
for you to use. But I give thanks for you showing them to me.
Petra's always so serious. Relics, glasses. I never thought about it like that.
Let's see. Oh, well, here we go. I'm hitting the B button. Something is up with my controller or the game right now. I don't know. Oh. Yes, actually, this is perfect.
There you are, Marianne. I'd like a moment to talk.
Oh, Linhardt. I was just on my way to pray.
All right. Afterwards.
It's already getting late, though. If you'll excuse me.
So then, you're done?
Linhardt, were you here this entire time?
I was sleeping. Are you ready to talk now?
I suppose. My apologies for keeping you waiting.
I wasn't waiting. As I said, I was sleeping. I didn't want to disrupt your prayers.
I see. So, what did you want to talk about?
The results of my research.
Yeah?
Research?
Alright, with her crest.
I intended to look into the power of your crest from the first moment I met you.
Oh, there we go.
I've been feeling quite happy of late, and I can conclude that it is due to your crest.
Are you sure? That's...
Or, more likely, I feel good because I've recently taken a bit of exercise.
Oh.
Although, keeping you from finding out I was researching you was plenty of exercise on its own. Listen, Marianne, I'll tell you one thing for certain. Your crest is not the source of anyone's bad luck.
I can attest to that.
The research on your crest is lacking, but other crests have been studied quite a bit. I can find no proof that a crest can influence the lives of those who come in contact with its bearer. And frankly, transmitting bad luck via touch sounds like a crazy superstition. Don't you agree?
A little bit, honestly.
By the way, eating the vegetables you gave me caused no ill effects. They were as delicious as ever. It may be another story if I drank your blood. Ugh, now I'm nauseous.
Oh, there he
You're
goes.
going to make us both sick.
All right, sorry. As I said, it is my scholarly opinion that your crest does not cause bad luck.
Thank you for your reassurance. It does make me feel a little better.
It's probably just that you and the people around you have had some bad days. It happens. I'm going to watch over you from now on, and if either of us has bad luck, well, I'll look into whether it's just chance or if it's your crest. In fact, I'll dedicate my life to it.
Your life? For me?
Especially for you, Marianne. Don't make me spell it out.
That that was the most Linhardt proposal I've ever seen. Okay. Here we go again. Come on. Okay. Finally. Okay, let's try Leone. Okay. So I figured out what I have to do, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. Oh. Yeah, sure. Let's see what Linhardt and Happy have to say to each other.
Stupid rain! Go back to the stupid cloud you came from. I'm soaked. What a pain.
At least you're not yawning.
Yikes. You look like you just crawled out of a lake. Here, dry yourself off. And don't just stand there. You'll catch a cold. Come on. I'll make you some tea.
Oh, okay.
Huh. It's been ages since I had a nice cup of tea during a rainstorm. Pretty nice, eh?
Yeah,
I don't drink tea
bad.
very often.
Neither
It
do
is
I,
nice.
honestly.
But what does the rain have to do with anything?
Doesn't rain make you want to read a book? Or rather, nap with a book on your lap. Though, I guess I'd like that no matter the weather. But then, if the book is too good, not only will I be unable to sleep, my tea would get cold. That makes brewing it a wasted effort. Ah, and that's why I don't drink tea when it rains.
Right. Thanks for clearing that
Yeah,
up.
that...
And thanks for the cup of tea. Well, I'm pretty much dry now. Gotta say though, I'm kinda confused.
For what?
Huh? About what?
About Linhardt?
This just seems way out of character for you. You're so focused on yourself, you've barely ever spoken to me before now.
No, good point. The thing is, I'm not cut out for battle. If a fight breaks out, I'm only a liability. It's better for everyone if I keep my distance.
What does fighting have to do with... Oh, I get it. You think I'm gonna sigh. You're just like the others. But if that's true, why are you acting so different?
What do you mean? Use your words to make the things in your head make sense to the rest of us.
Fine. Here's what's in my head. I don't understand why you're being nice to me. Look around us. Nobody else will even risk coming near me.
Because
They're
of the
probably
sign.
afraid you'll sigh, since you looked pretty rough when we came in. Makes sense. Your sighs are disastrous. If I can prevent one with a nice, lazy cup of tea, it's the least I can do.
I see. You did it for your own sake. Well, whatever your reasons, I'm surprised that you'd even consider doing this. For me.
Surprised or not, it's no skin off my back. I'll keep doing what I do regardless of anyone's expectations. Think on that. I expected you to be a hazard, but you weren't. No harm, no foul, no need to sigh.
If only it were that simple.
Lin... Why do I feel like that wasn't the best way of putting it, Linhardt? Caspar with Annette, that's right.
Why did this have to happen? Getting separated from my own troop. I'm a failure as a commander. It's already almost sunset. My wounds are aching, and I'm so hungry. Maybe I'm just gonna die right here. But no! That's such a pathetic way to die.
Yep.
I wonder if the rest of my soldiers are okay. I'm so worried about them.
Yeah, I don't think Annette is very
Open at him,
leaderly.
Annette. There you go.
Caspar? What are you doing here? I was wounded in the forest, lost sight of my troop. I wandered around and... Oh, where is everyone?
Calm down, you got nothing to worry about. They're fine. My men retrieved the rest of your unit. You're the one we've been worried about. How you feeling? Are you hurt? You've got a pretty painful-looking wound on your leg.
Oh, I'm alright. Though I might have trouble running.
Yeah, don't
If
run.
you say so. I gotta admit, I got the chills when I heard you were missing. Your soldiers told me what happened. I was only able to find you thanks to them. You've got a good troop there. You should be proud.
You hear that,
What's
Annette?
wrong,
Be
Annette?
proud.
Not feeling so good after all?
No, that's not it. I was just thinking about what a hopeless commander I am. It's my job to look after my soldiers, but they ended up having to look out for me.
Not everyone's
If I'm
meant to
this
lead.
hopeless, I shouldn't be out there at all.
What are you talking about? I don't know anyone around here who works harder than you. You put
Maybe
your all into
Lysithea.
your work and everyone knows it. Why do you think your soldiers are so loyal?
Caspar.
There's no way they'd do so much for you if they didn't see it in you. Come on, let's head back. I'll help you if you're having trouble walking. Your soldiers are worried about you. Go show them you're doing just fine.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Caspar.
No problem. Just remember that it's okay to make mistakes, as long as you're learning from them.
I love that. That's actually awesome. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you're learning from them. That's a great way of putting it. Ooh.
Why am I so unlucky with women lately?
Oh, Sylvain, what's that face for? Have you been dumped again?
Isn't there an unwritten rule you shouldn't ask someone that?
I'm sorry. I thought you didn't mind being dumped. So your love life can get you down sometimes after all. Who knew?
I'm sad
Apparently
every
you
time I
did.
break up with someone. It's just, I usually try to be the one doing the breaking up. I've never had a hard time with girls. Ever. Not until recently. But now when I think about it, I wonder what any of them even liked about me. It's not as if any of them knew much about me. I don't get it.
Isn't that what a relationship is for? Learning about someone else?
Yeah.
You can't know it all right at the start.
I
That's
asked you before
great.
if you would have invited me out if I was a peasant.
You did ask me that, yes.
That was wrong of me to say. I've just... It's not an excuse, but I'm always so suspicious. I'm a nobleman with a crest. The marriage proposals don't stop coming. Everybody wants me. Except, they don't actually want me at all. They want my bloodline. Within my family and without. It's always the same story. Sometimes I think that if I didn't have a crest, no one would look at me twice.
I see. And you're probably not wrong.
There's
Honestly,
probably part
I've
of
had
that
those
that's
same
true.
sort of thoughts myself.
Oh? What sort of thoughts might those be?
I sang, people cheered and applauded, and when I walked off stage, I'd find the same thing every night. A mountain...
Excuse me, I didn't even hit a button. Oh my gosh. I'll go back to it in a minute.
Flame, what's that you're hiding?
Oh no, my surprise is spoiled. I had brought some fruits for you to cut up in addition to the firewood. I thought some variation might prove amusing.
No, I'm not doing that again. I've got better uses for my sword than chopping up fruit and firewood.
But Fruit
I
Ninja.
cannot imagine what could be better than chopping fruit.
Chopping up my enemies.
No, what the heck? Alright, having a bit of technical difficulties right now. Hopefully I've at least alleviated them, because my controller is still being very finicky, so I switched to my Joy-Cons. I guess I'm going to need to drop some money on a new Pro Controller. Whatever. Let's get back, and since I had to stop anyways because it was just being so finicky, let's go back to Sylvain and Dorothea.
Why am I so unlucky with women lately?
Oh, Sylvain, what's that face for? Have you been dumped again?
I'm gonna skip forward to the spot
I'm
that we
sad
were at
I've
before.
never had a... But it's not as if any of them...
Isn't that what a
I asked...
You did.
That was wrong. I'm an... Except, sometimes I think that...
I see. Honestly, I've had those same...
Oh? What sort of thoughts might those be?
Here we
I
go, basically
sang,
same spot.
cheered and applauded, and when I walked off stage, I'd find the same thing every night. A mountain of presents and marriage proposals. But none of those people knew me. All they knew was the singer they saw on the stage. All they wanted was my looks and my voice. None of them even tried to get to know the real me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've heard this somewhere.
We
Yeah.
may come from different places, but we're much the same, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I suppose we are. Look, Dorothea, I've realized something.
What's
Even if
that,
you were an
Sylvain?
old grandma, I'd still flirt with you. And I'd absolutely win you over. Though, I'd much rather win you over now and be with you until you become an old grandma.
That might be the most legitimately romantic thing you've ever said, Sylvain. And I can't say I disagree.
I
I'd rather
love
you
that.
win me over now, too. So that I can stay by your side until you're an old grandpa.
Well, before any of that, will you go to dinner with me?
I'd be happy to.
I'm glad. Oh, I hope that it's mentioned something about them being old grandmas. And then the other one I gotta do is Felix with Flame. Because that one was interrupted. Hang on.
Flame.
Oh no, my surprise is...
No, I've got
I cannot imagine what could...
chopping up my enemies.
You say that as though you haven't... So you...
That's not how I put it, but a blip to chop.
Sure,
Okay, hang on.
But with those, I am a perp. I'll continue.
He's certain...
Okay, hang on. We're gonna try this again. Here we go. Wait. Oh, it's fine. We'll just do it like
What's
this.
that you're hiding?
Oh no, my surprise is spoiled. I had brought some fruits for you to cut up in addition to the firewood. I thought some variation might prove amusing.
No, I'm not doing that again. I've got better uses for my sword than chopping up fruit and firewood.
I cannot imagine what could be better than chopping fruit.
Yeah, like I said,
Chopping
Fruit
up my
Ninja.
enemies.
It's very
You
edgy.
say that as though you have many enemies. So you would rather chop people than firewood. Is that it?
That's not how I put it, but a blade's purpose is to kill. To chop wood, use an axe. To chop food, use a knife. It's simple.
Surely it is not forbidden to use your sword for other things, like chopping fruit. Swords that cut inanimate objects are serving a much finer purpose than those that cut living beings.
What a noble sentiment.
I don't think he likes it.
But without a blade to cut down your enemies, you cannot win. Those who are weak lose everything and they die. Those who are strong win and live on. I understand why you balk at bloodshed, but you must know that it has a purpose.
And what purpose might that be?
A purpose. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not in the mood to debate you. I'll continue to wield my sword, and if necessary, cut down my enemies.
He certainly is a stubborn one.
He definitely is. You definitely can't take that away from him. Alright. Let's once again get back. You'll get higher quality items for scanning Fire Emblem character amiibos. Each Fire Emblem character amiibo may also provide unique rewards. And in New Game Plus, it gives you a little bonus area that you can go to. But that's something we'll worry about another time. There we go. Okay. No more interrupts. Let's just finish this off. Seteth. Okay. Hanneman. With Manuela.
Manuela, I would like to apologize. The other day, I said some things to you that I am, well, not proud of in the least.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no,
was
Hanneman.
a little
It is
forced.
I who should be apologizing. I behaved in just the most dreadful manner. I was just lashing out at everything. You were right to call me out. Really. And I do very much mean this. I'm so sorry for my behavior.
No,
glad you were
please,
sorry.
pay it no mind. Actually, I'm thankful for what you said during our conflict.
Thankful?
Yes, you made me realize that I have a somewhat meddlesome nature. Thanks to you, I believe I found an area in which I can improve myself.
Well, that's
I could
great
say
to
the same
hear.
thing, you know. Your accusations, they really hit home. After I cooled down, I realized you were right. I really ought to try and keep my emotions a bit more under control.
Well, that's good to hear. It seems this wasn't a fruitless clash for either of us.
Yeah. You guys are both
Indeed.
learning.
There's nothing more depressing than a pointless fight, is there? Don't you wonder, though, just how many times we've had this same argument?
We do always seem to be at one another's throats before we even realize it. I don't know how we manage to keep it up.
You're not wrong. ... Something the matter, Hanneman?
Well, it's just... You don't smile like that very often. But when you do, it is quite charming.
Like what? She only
Perhaps
has
your
one smile
struggles in
animation.
love are due to your reliance on false affection instead of your more natural charms.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, thank you for the compliment. Even if you did have to spoil it with criticism. If you weren't so judgmental all the time, maybe you'd have had more luck in romance yourself.
What? Manuela, as your friend, I was only trying to give you a useful bit of advice.
And that so-called advice is exactly why I call you meddlesome and overbearing.
There it is. Manuela begins to protest even when she knows
That's actually awesome. I don't use Manuela or Hanneman, really, so it's very rare that I see them. So I don't really get to see their support conversations.
You know, Catherine, you really saved my hide. If not for you, I would have bought that phony coin. So I just wanted to say, money thanks. Really, I can't begin to express my gratitude.
Alright guys, I'm sorry, but I have to end the video here. I can't take it anymore. Alois, like... Hope you guys have a nice time. See you then. Okay, but for real.
There's no need to thank me, Alois. It was nothing. But I am a little worried about you. You just immediately believed what he was saying. You're way too trusting. I wish you'd be a little more skeptical about people, that's all.
Yes, you make a good point. I'll try to be more cautious from now on.
Excuse me, sir. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt.
Good day, man. Do you need something?
I'm afraid so. You see, I'm a humble traveler, and a pickpocket stole all my money. I don't have enough to get home, and I have nowhere to sleep tonight. Please, sir, spare a little money to help me.
Oh, I'm so sorry about your troubles. I don't have much on me, but here.
Alois, no, not so fast! You there, traveler. Tell me your name. I'd like to take an official statement from you so that we can investigate this theft. Once we ascertain exactly what happened, then we will lend you some money. How does that sound?
Oh, look at that.
And she's gone.
What? You don't mean she was trying to...
Yes,
That's exactly
she
what
was.
she was.
It's a common trick for cheats to pull. They pluck at your heartstrings so that you'll give them your money. You just said you'd be more careful, too. You really are an easy mark, Alois.
He's so
How
nice.
embarrassing.
Why are you so quick to trust people?
I've always believed that to earn others' trust, you have to be trusting.
You're taking that philosophy a bit too far.
I mean... You're probably not wrong. Alois is a little too nice. It looks like we're all done. Yep. Looks like we're all done here. So, for real this time, and please, forgive me for all the, forgive me for all the, how do you say, technical difficulties we're having. Apparently my controller is just absolutely on the fritz, so I guess I need to completely replace it. But, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to spend a little bit, which I have the money for, but it's just not something I ever want to do, if truth be told. I have been looking at some new ones just to, like, I don't know, maybe find one that's a little more personal to me. I will say, and maybe I'll post this to Twitter or something, but I have an Xbox controller that I use mostly for my PC. I don't have an Xbox anymore. But if I play games on my PC and I need a controller for it, I have a special controller that has custom colors and my username on it, Charcoal Embers, which it's my favorite thing. If I have to get that replaced, I will be so sad, because it was fairly expensive. And I was hoping to find maybe not something exactly like that, not wanting to put my custom tag on it or anything, but maybe just like something a little more me instead of the standard like just base color one. Maybe I'll find a Pokemon one or a Fire Emblem one, something like that. I'm sure there's some out there, but I haven't found anything, so I don't know. I'll be looking into it. Maybe I'll just say screw it and bite the bullet and just get a plain one, because function is more important than just trying to actually get something that is cool to look at. But either way, I hope you enjoyed that. This is the possibly final one. I don't know. I might come in and keep this save file and try and do something where I keep the save, come back to this point specifically, and then go back and just do the rest of the support conversations that I have. Like, I don't want to do the Ashen Wolves one because, you know, I want them to all go with specific people, and then I don't want to do any with, like, say, Claude, because I want Claude to be with Ingrid, so on and so forth. So maybe after we go through all that and we see all the credits where we have all the pairings and stuff, maybe I'll go back and do one last bonus episode where I do all the little extras that I had. But we'll see how it goes. I have my next video series ready to go up fairly soon, so hopefully that'll be coming up within the next few days. But until then, I'll see you then, and I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.